So today's training, we're going to be talking about lead gen. We're going to be talking about lead gen strategies. If you're not filling your calendars with people that's ready to buy right now, whether you're a coach, whether you're a consultant, whether you're a service provider, whether you're a course creator or an industry expert, right? If your business relies on you to actually fill your calendar, people scheduling calls to speak with you so you can enroll them into, again, your one-to-one coaching services or your group coaching programs. If you're not filling your calendar with people that's excited to buy from you, then there's something wrong, something broken inside your strategy. So this training, right? This training, and by the way, if you don't get that solved, right, then you're going to struggle to actually build the business that you want to build. So let's see if we can solve some of that today inside this training, where we specifically going to be jumping into lead gen secrets. This is not necessarily like strategies, right? This is some like deep principles. This is some deep principles. This is a lot of like marketing and selling psychology, behavior patterns, things that need to happen in order to make sure that by the time somebody actually books a call with you, right, they're sold. They're sold into you, they're sold into what you do, they're sold into your mechanisms, your processes, and it makes it like jaw-droppingly a no-brainer that they need to be investing in you, right? In fact, them actually walking away from a sales call and not investing in your services, right, just doesn't make logical sense or emotional sense. So let's dive into this. I'm going to kind of like keep this relatively as short as possible, right? So maybe around about 20-25 minutes in length. So there's quite a bit to get down. So let's dive into this, right? So generating leads for business is equally as important as oxygen is to live in, right? Not a lot of people actually put enough emphasis on lead generating, and especially at the level that allows you to feel like create a pipeline of people that's ready to buy from you, right? They'll be doing lead generation to some degree. They obviously, a lot of businesses or coaches understand the need to have lead generation, but they really don't master it at a level that allows that to happen, right? Which is the biggest outcome, is that by the time they're on a call, they already know you, like, and trust you, know what you do, and the call is less of a sales conversation, right? And more of as a, well, is what we've got, is it a fit for you? Are you a fit for us? Let's like handle a few questions and get you in, right? Instead of you having to actually like explain yourself or break everything down, or trying to like convince them or persuade them that what you have is what they need. That's a nightmare of a call, right? You don't want to be in that position. So it's mission critical that you can generate high quality leads, high value leads, that people are actually ready to buy, and they're ready to buy from you, right? You cannot survive without them. You cannot survive without them. Generating leads, right, is mission critical to your business success. If you can't generate leads, then I'm sorry that you're not going to survive in business. It's harsh to say, right? But you're not going to survive in business. You see, generating leads is how you're going to create business sales opportunities. You need to, in order to generate a sale, in order to get a client, you need to be able to generate a sale. In order to generate a sale, you need to be able to collect or have a cash transaction. In order for that to happen, right, especially if you want to sell at a high ticket price point from like $5,000, $10,000, $15,000 and above, right, you need to be able to have a conversation one-to-one with somebody. In order for that to happen, you need to be able to get people to book calls with you, the right people to book calls with you. In order for that to happen, you need to be able to generate leads, right? You can see how I've reverse engineered it, right? So you need to be able to generate leads. So generating leads is actually is the thing that's going to allow you to be able to create more sales opportunities. And so the more leads that you generate at this level, you're going to be able to generate more sales opportunities, right? So in order for that to happen, what you're going to be able to do is actually guarantee your success. That's how you're going to guarantee your success, by generating more high quality leads. So there's two reasons why most coaches or consultants are broke. And when I mean broke, I'm not like necessarily talking about financially broke, but potentially a lot of them are. But like, you know, broken business, broken mindset, broken in a lot of different areas that's stopping them from actually generating high quality leads, right? So the thing is, right, most people don't actually know how to generate high quality leads with people who know you are, know what you do, know how you do it, and they trust in your process, right? They have faith and they have trust in your process, and they're ready to get started. Most people, that when they generate leads because somebody's got a problem. Somebody's got a problem and they jump on a call. Come on, let's jump on a call. Let's fix that problem. Or let's jump on a call. Let's mastermind. Or let's just connect. And then they try to quickly pitch them and sell them. And they're not necessarily a lead, right? Understand this. Not all problems are treated equally. Not all problems are treated equally. And let me just quickly explain this. This is what I teach my clients. Right? Whatever you do in the world, right? As a coach, as a consultant, as an industry expert, you're solving a problem. You're solving a problem for a specific marketplace, right? For a specific person that's struggling with a problem in the marketplace. Now, just because your marketplace as a whole is 100% full of people struggling with the problem that you solve, that doesn't mean to say that all problems are treated equally. Right? Understand this. You need to understand marketplaces, and all marketplaces are the same, right? So just because somebody is suffering with a problem that you solve, it doesn't mean to say that they want to get that problem fixed, right? Does that make sense? So knowing that means that not all leads are treated equal. So just because somebody's got a problem and you try to invite somebody on a call because, hey, they've got the problem that I solve, doesn't mean to say that they're high quality leads, right? It doesn't mean to say that they're ready to buy. So inside every marketplace, your marketplace is segmented into different sections. I'm not going to go through all the sections, right? But ultimately 90% of your marketplace, and all marketplaces, they're not buyers. They are not buyers. So just going out there into the marketplace and having some type of a strategy, a scattergun approach strategy that attracts 100% of your marketplace, right? You're going to fail. Or potentially you're not going to fail, but potentially you need to go through a hell of a lot of numbers before you actually reach the person that's actually ready to buy. So what you need to do is you need to understand marketplaces, and you need to understand, okay, so what percentage of your marketplace are actually buyers? Because once you understand the top 10% of your marketplace, and the top 10% of your marketplace is like split into two different segmentations, 7% of those people are lookers, right? They're open to having a conversation with somebody, right? They're seeking a solution, but the top 3% are actually buyers. So what we like to do is actually, put those two segmentations together and just target everything that we're doing solely to attract the top 10% of our marketplace, right? So that there, right, it potentially could be the game changer for you, right? Potentially could be the game changer for you. So like I said, right, we're really like digging into some deep philosophies here, right? And principles of marketing in order to be able to generate leads from people that are the right people. So majority of people don't know that, right? So you need to understand that. But even before that, they're not attracting the people that actually know them already. They trust them. They know what they do, what they stand for, how the process works, and they're ready to hire you even before they actually jump on a call with you. So my principle is, right, to never actually get on a call to somebody that doesn't know me, that doesn't trust me, that doesn't trust in my process, that doesn't believe in themselves from what I teach them, right, that they can't do this with my systems. Can you imagine how much of the game changer that would be for you if everyone that actually jumped on the call, they knew you, they trusted you, they liked you, they trusted you as a coach or a mentor, they trusted in your processes, they believed in your processes, and they believe that what you're showcasing, right, is the thing that's actually going to help them to achieve the desired results, that nobody else out there in the marketplace is actually sharing, right? That's a game changer. But my principle for me and my clients is actually never to get on a call with somebody who's not at that level, right? Who's not at that level, because it's just me wasting my time, right? It's me wasting my time, and it will be you also wasting your time as well. And chances are you've experienced that, so you know exactly what I'm talking about, right? Chances are that you've experienced that. So let's have a look at actually how we do this, right? We do this by creating high value and high quality assets so prospects can spend time with us, you can spend time with you, right? Experiencing your offer, experiencing your craft, experiencing your magic, experiencing your talents, experiencing everything that you do in advance of them actually jumping on the call with you, right? Or actually in advance of them working with you. Again, game changer, right? Imagine somebody coming on a call with you and it's like, you know, whatever your name is, right? Somebody comes to call, hey Andy, yeah, I watched this video, right? And I saw this and they were amazing, and I saw this as well. Okay, right? So already they've experienced what it is that you do in advance. That's a game changer. Not many people doing it, right? If you're not creating high quality assets so people can experience your craft and magic prior, right? Showcase like formulas prior to them jumping a call with you, then even before they jump on a call with you, right? There's no trust there. There's no trust there. You see, our client acquisition strategy is based around basic human buying principles, right? Basic human buying principles that people buy from people they know, like, and trust. So if you can get your target market over the trust hurdle fast, and that's what we do, get them over the trust hurdle fast by creating high quality, high value assets in advance of them jumping on a call with you, right? In their head, they've perceived you as something that they know, like, and trust. They value what you do, and like, they want to work with you. They want to, now, not obviously not everybody's going to like jump at the gun. It's like, yeah, I want it. But what you're doing is you're stacking the decks of cards in your favor to win, right? You're increasing the sales opportunities. You're increasing your chances, your likelihood of closing more sales more often, right? Serving more people more often, having a bigger impact with what you do, right? Like, potentially we're only 10, 12 minutes into this and I'm just like dropping loads of bombs, right? So to really make this happen, we need to follow a formula. That formula is what we call 7-11-4. Now, I'm not the brain box behind this. I'm not even going to pretend that I am, right? That wouldn't be ethical because it's not my formula, right? But it's something that I got taught quite a few years ago after investing a lot of money into one particular coach, right? 7-11-4. So, understand this, right? Nobody, I'm going to break down the 7-11-4 so you understand it. But understand this, that nobody's ever going to like trust you on one touch point, right? In order to generate high ticket sales or any sales really, there needs to be several touch points before that sale's made. That touch point means there needs to be several experiences of scenarios or episodes of where they see they're like touch points, like, you know, they see you on a regular basis. They experience a few of your things on a regular basis. They're not just going to watch one webinar, like opt into a webinar and like, yeah, I'm going to do this. Some people will, but it's only a very small, minute, like percentage of the audience, right? So there needs to be several touch points. So people are not going to buy on the first touch point, neither the second, the third, and the fourth, right? Some might, but majority are not going to do. Majority need more touch points. Majority needs more touch points. And you're probably the same, right? Probably the same. You like might watch this video. This might be the first time you actually experience anything of me. This might be the first time that you actually come across me. Hi, my name's Andrew Medlam, right? Amazing. But from the high level of quality of content that I'm delivering to you now, free gratis, right, in advance of anything ever happening, what are you going to do? If this, which this is marketing asset, right? If this asset touches you at some level, what are you going to do? Well, you're either going to read the description underneath this video. Potentially there's going to be a link in there to join my Facebook group. You're going to join my Facebook group to step one step closer towards me. Inside there, there's a community of people I'm actually helping and serving with more content. Potentially going to we're going to have more touch points inside there, consuming more content. Potentially you're going to also look at some other videos on YouTube as well, right? So all these touch points collectively stack on top of each other very, very quickly. So very quickly we can get you over the trust hurdle where it's like, okay, this Andy Medlam dude, right, knows what he's talking about. I like what he's talking about. I understand his methods, very logical thinking. And yeah, from what he's talking about, it seems like those are the type of things that I need in order to start increasing my client acquisition flow to me hitting like, 30 grand a month, 50 grand a month, 60 grand a month, hitting my first 100K either year or in 100K quarter or whatever, right? But can you see what I'm like painting here? And this is what you need for your business. Now, typically what happens is like majority of the influencers in the marketplace, potentially people that you follow, they're not going to tell you this secret, right? They're not going to tell you this. And even majority of the courses that I've been in, right, don't deliver this stuff at this level. So like people like, like Tony Robbins, Grant Cardone, Dean Graziosi, maybe Russ Ruffino, other people that's potentially in my space that's teaching like client acquisition, growing online business, expertise positioning, generating leads. They don't like teach this type of stuff. They teach you the higher level strategic stuff, tactic stuff. But when it comes to deep principles, fundamentals, psychology within marketing and sales, they don't. Not that they can't, but they're keeping a lot of this stuff to themselves, right? So driving traffic through just one webinar, right, of like Russell Brunson, and much as I love him, I've learned loads from him, right? Again, he's just teaching you just need like you one funnel away. It's not the truth, right? It's not the truth. You're not just one webinar away, right? If that was the case, they would just have one webinar. They don't, right? How many like videos does Tony Robbins have out there? Grant Cardone out there? He has somebody that's following him around 24/7 with a camera, like documenting his life, his journey, right? And yet they have teams that's splicing all that information up and getting out there on masses of platforms, right? Because they understand this principle, the formula 7-11-4, right? That people don't buy in the first touch point. But potentially you don't have teams like this doing this for you, potentially just by yourself. So I'm going to break it down. I'm going to show you how this can work for you, right? So 7, first of all, let's break this down. So 7 means hours of content. People need to experience 7 hours, and it's 7, not several, right? 7 hours of content before they actually feel as though they're in a position that they trust you. So right now, if you don't have 7 hours of content created, right, you need to go out there and create content. You need to go out there and create marketing assets, right, that you can use over and over and over and over again, that you can share with the masses, so you can serve the masses with like valuable information, high-level information, exactly the same as this. Now, this training potentially can be 20 minutes long, might be a little bit longer. But this, against like other trainings that I've got, like inside my Facebook group, there's over 10 hours already inside my Facebook group. And that's working for me. That's marketing assets working for me. Like, well, whilst I'm working with clients, whilst I'm spending time with my family, whilst I'm doing other things in my life, right? And those are contents that I can use as well. I can repurpose. And when somebody says to me, oh, Andy, I'm struggling with this. Okay, well, I've got a bit of training that I can send you on this. Check it out, right? So you need to start creating content and start creating that content fast. We get our clients, right, to create content fast. At least be creating at least 2 to 3 high value pieces of content each and every week, right? Soon you can stack content up. So where you suddenly got 8, 7, 10, 12, 13, 15 hours, 20 hours of content that people can consume in advance of actually booking a call with you. Can you see how all this is like working together, right? So 11 means touch points. Now, seldom will somebody just sit through 7 hours of content? It's not like watching like Jack Bauer on 24, on 24. When I used like years ago, used to sit through maybe 5, 6 episodes back to back, boom, 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 right? Because I was just so, I used to love it, right? People are not going to do that. They might do, some do, right? But majority won't. So all this content needs to be split up into 11 touch points, right? Like I said, we've got all these content now, but it's not just one bit of 7 hours of content. It's split up into bite-sized pieces. So for example, if you go into my Facebook group, inside my Facebook group, I've got short videos, I've got long videos, I've got medium short copy videos, I've got written content, long form, medium form, short form. Currently I'm doing like 30 days of like short snippet lives, but all these, I'm not just doing it for the sake of I'm doing it for a purpose. I'm doing it for a reason, right? Because it's touch points. I understand psychology of marketing and sales, that people don't buy in the first touch points and they need more touch points. So, to stack the decks of cards in your favor again, create more touch points. Because if you're not, other people are doing it, and if they're not consuming your content, they're consuming somebody else's content. And then number 4 means locations, right? 4 different locations. And the reason why this is in place is because if I was just sat here like shooting videos from here, right, all the time, I would seem to be like a very static person. So people like variation. So by having like your content created in different locations, it allows you to be more sociably acceptable, to be seen sociably acceptable. It also, like, this is where psychology is coming in now, right? It also shows like parts of your life in different locations. So it gives them a glimpse into other surroundings, other environments that you are hanging around in. So all this adds on top of everything else. So 7, 11, and 4, embrace that, write that down, and make sure that you're starting to implement this into your business. So most people, right, buy when they've experienced 7 high level touch points. So know that. So in your strategy right now, if you're only creating 1 touch point and you're not taking them through more touch points, then potentially that's why majority of people are not signing up with you. Makes sense. But now, right, understand that you need to have more touch points. That might mean follow-up, right? Majority of people don't follow up as much as they should follow up. Following up with different content. Hey, I've just created this content where I'm talking about X, Y, Z, and I think it will really be beneficial to you for where you're currently at. Boom, another bit of content, right? Hey, I've just created this short VSL. I think it could be really beneficial to you. Do you want to take advantage of it? Inside, we actually talk about this particular process that I believe is missing from those stopping you from holding you back from achieving the results. Would you like to watch it? Send them a link, right? Touch points, right? Follow up. And especially if you want to, again, as I said earlier on, right? People to invest 5K, 10K, 15K. People need to create that trust in advance of working with you, right? So your assets need to be split around things like this, right? And we're getting through this now, right? So sharing your process, your mechanisms, your big steps, your frameworks, how you actually help people go from here to here, right? Go from pain, go from challenge, go from struggle, go from big problem, right, to actually achieving the results that they want. So share your processes. Handle objections up front of the call. If you're getting people on a call and you're constantly coming up with an objection, and potentially you're getting like 4 objections, then handle those objections in advance of a call. Position a video in front of them that actually breaks down the opposite objection. So by the time they come on a call, that objection is no longer an objection, right? Create belief shifting trainings. And again, potentially, the reason why somebody's not getting the result that they want is because they've got a belief that's holding them back from actually achieving that result. So create a short video or a training or whatever it is around specific belief shifting mindsets that's holding them back. Create like new paradigm shifts in advance of them working with you. That's the biggest thing that you can do for anybody. That's the biggest thing you can do for anybody. Sorry, excuse me. Create short VSL trainings, right? I'm going to quickly get through this now. And specific trainings around specific marketing inefficiencies, right? The things that they're struggling with, right? The big problems, the things that, like the skill sets that they've not got, right? Find your market inefficiencies, solve them in advance. So you're actually going to be creating a sales journey that gets your prospects to consume your free material in advance of having a call with you. For me, it's like obvious. For majority, it's not. Right? Again, stacking the decks of cards in your favor to win in business, to guarantee success, to guarantee results, to guarantee that, like when somebody comes on a call with you, right, your pipeline gets full of ready people to buy from you. Can you see how this is now like working out, right? It's working together. Okay, so majority of people might be thinking, you might be saying, well, Andy, that sounds all well and good, but you know what? If I give too much stuff away for free, then they're not going to want to hire me, right? It's scarcity mindset thinking. Scarcity mindset thinking. They're not buying information, right? Chances are what you're putting out there into the world, right, other people are talking about the same things. So we are not inventors, right? We are not inventors. What we do, we repackage certain elements and put it across in our own personalities, our own style, our own ways, thoughts, processes, right? That we've adopted other people's trainings, right? We've learned from many other different things. What I'm doing here with you today, right, is a cumulative, if that is a word, right, accumulation of information that I've gathered over the last 6-7 years of doing what I do, investing tens of thousands, 50, 60, 70, 80 thousands of pounds and dollars into other coaches, mentors, marketing experts, courses, programs, right, in actually packaging all my knowledge. So I'm giving you now what works for us, what works for our clients, right? But you're not buying information. You're buying implementation. You're buying the transformation. Does that make sense? So don't believe, right, that if you put information out there that people are going to think, oh, wow, I've got this information, I'm going to do it myself now. Information is not enough. Chances are your marketplace already know what they need to do, but the problem is they've got too much information. They need the implementation, and that's where you come in, right? Because that's the implementation of the information actually creates the transformation. So if you're not creating content, how do you expect your marketplace to ever trust you, right? You need to be creating content. You need to become a content creator. Content creator. Let other people start consuming your material instead of other people's materials. Makes sense? And that's why they say that content's king. Because it is, it always has been, but more so today than ever, because today we're living in an information world, right? We have TVs in the house, right? But we don't like pay for a TV BBC license. And I haven't done for years because we don't watch television. Potentially what we watch is like YouTube, right? We're always researching YouTube. We're watching what's happening in the world, right? And that's what people are doing today. It's a different world. It's a different world. So let's get down to reason 2, right? Lead volume. So there's 2 ways to drive leads, right? Paid traffic or organic. Organic outreach or organic inbound lead generating activities. Just posting on social media doesn't work, right? Just creating content, posting on social media doesn't work. You need to be able to have an outreach strategy and an inbound lead generating activities to be able to generate your lead flow. The other thing is like paid traffic. But here's the thing, right, and understand this. Now, I used to own and run my own successful ad agency, Facebook ads. And I used to, like, the clients that used to work with me, they'd be spending like 4 or 5K a day on Facebook ads. They'd have a big budget to spend. Now, those who are successful on Facebook ads, they've already got a successful business. They've already validated their offer, right? They're already at 6-7 figures. Everything's validated within inside their business. The marketing message is validated. Their offer is validated. The target market is validated, right? The sales sequence is validated. They've got teams in place. The business is scalable, right? They've got infrastructure in place. So when they start generating hundreds of leads, right? One of my clients, like, well, typically my biggest client, we helped to generate like 12,000 leads in just over 3 months, 3.5 months, something like that, right? Business like just blew up. But if you don't have the infrastructure in place, then paid traffic is just pointless, because you just can't, like, it's just a waste of traffic, a waste of money, because you're never going to be able to convert it, right? So, like for you right now, if you're sub 100K, if you're not selling on a consistent basis, organic outreach and inbound lead generating activities is what you need. That's all you need. Because typically, right, at the most, right now, you could possibly only bring on maybe like one client a week, or maybe 2 clients a week at a push before you maxed out. Makes sense? So if your business is like sub 100K, you don't really have any business running Facebook ads. You're just going to burn a load of money. And chances are you actually don't have like 5K to lay around actually to waste on Facebook ads. And again, because nothing's validated within inside your marketing business, inside your business. And chances are you're not even had enough sales calls, right, to make sure that when somebody gets on a call, you're optimized and you're going to have high level increase conversions. So organic is your next option. Is really your only option for right now, right? But the problem is, you don't have sufficient lead flow on a consistent basis, right? You might have a few low quality leads trickling in here and there, but you don't have any high quality leads that's coming in on a consistent basis, right? So your business is up and down like that. Like some months you might have it, but then you got to deal with these leads, and then it drops off. And then it's like, you need to get back in the game, start generating leads again, get it back up. But your months are up and down, inconsistency. And if there's inconsistency in your lead flow, there's inconsistency in your sales flow, and there's inconsistency in your financial security, right? So what we do, right, we show our clients to be able to book 3-6 calls per day using an outreach strategy that allows our clients, right, to reach mass market fast. Because you need volume. If you don't have volume, right, this is not going to work. This is not going to work. You need lead flow, and you need lead flow at volume. But you need to be able to control it. You need to be like, even though people have this misbelief that organic takes a long time to grow. It doesn't. You don't need a big following, right? You don't need like a huge group. You don't need to be an influencer. You just need to have the right organic strategy, the outreach strategy, to hit the people, right, with the right processes and right mechanisms in place in order to get their attention, maintain their attention, and to book them onto a call. And like some of the psychology and philosophy that I'm teaching, what we teach clients, is what I'm teaching you today, right? So understand this, right? There's never, ever, ever, ever a lack of leads. There's never a lack of leads in the marketplace, but there is always a lack of strategy knowledge or a lack of work ethic. So if you've got a good, strong work ethic and you're willing to work, right, but it's not working, chances are you're implementing the wrong things. So that's strategic knowledge. But if you've got a strategic knowledge, you know what to do, but you're not making it work, then potentially you're just a lazy ass, and you don't have a work ethic. And chances are you're not going to last long in business. And this is just like me, like, cards on the table, being absolutely honest with you, because that's the way that I am. As a coach, I'm going to be honest with you. You're just not going to make it work. You might as well stop kidding yourself and just get a job and go and work for somebody else if this is not going to work, because you need to earn money. Okay, so let's have a look at some examples, right, of what you can do to start generating this high quality leads. So we talked about like having marketing assets. So then it's like about getting these assets right in front of the people, right? So what we do to make sure that we stack the decks of cards in our favor. Again, it's a phrase I like to use, but it's something that we need to do because we need to win at a high level in business, right? We reach out to, like on the high level, on the top level, like between 150 and 800 new prospects per day, potential people, right? We're filtering out. We need to reach mass market quickly. So here's the thing as well, right? If your target market isn't targetable, then this is not going to work. You need to make sure that you can reach your target audience to the masses easily, right? It's easy to be able to jump on Instagram, find a target audience and reach them. It's easy to jump on Facebook and to reach your target audience. You need to be able to reach your target audience to this volume each and every day. So, potentially you don't really need that high level, but maybe 100, or like us now. At the beginning, I did high level, right? High level volumes, because volume always wins. But now we've got dialed things in. We don't need as much, right? 100. That's it, right? But then you've also got follow-ups as well, as I said earlier on, right? Not everybody's going to buy in the first touch point. So you need follow-ups. So day one, maybe 150, 180 outreaches. And then day 2, day 3, right? There's people that you actually need to follow up with. But out of these metrics, out of this data, ultimately you're going to create 12 to 18 conversations with specific people each and every day, right? Or in the marketplace to solve this problem. And then out of those people, there's going to be between 5 and 10 people that say, hey, you know what? Yeah, I'd like to get on a call with you and let's have a conversation of, how you can help me. And then out of those people, there's going to be 3 to 6 people actually book a call. Again, can you see how we're reverse engineering it? Right? So again, once your organic outreach is dialed in, right, and everything's like solid with inside your marketing and your VSLs are built out, everything, right? You spend 3 to 4 hours a day dialed in to do the right work. You can smash that out, right? You can smash that out. And that, if you're struggling right now as a coach or a consultant, your back's against the wall, you need some sales, that is what you need to be doing, right? That's going to get you out of the hole. So if you want to hit like 10 to 30K a month, right, without funnels, without ads, here's the strategy. Don't overcomplicate it. I know it's not sexy, right? I know it's not fun. I know it's tedious. I know it can be boring, right? But building a business isn't fun, right? The outcome is fun, but actually going through the motions and building it out, it isn't. But those who are successful understand that. Those who are successful understand that, right? So this is what we do on a daily basis. This is how we help clients on a daily basis. Then what you can do if you really want to turn the volume up, right? What you can do is hire somebody to do this for you, right? So you don't have to. And hire 2 to 4 setters to actually implement this on a daily basis. So now you're increasing the volume, you're increasing the reach, and you're going to increase the quality of the calls and the calls volume. Makes sense? So I hope you've found value in that, right? Take what I share, implement it, run with it, and make it happen. Okay, guys, I'll speak to you soon.